Oh, well, hi. Hey, howdy, folks. Welcome to Dave Diggs History, the medical edition, Railroad Medical Edition. I'm just cleaning up after having worked on a patient. I'm still open for business if anyone. No. Well, this poor unfortunate soul who still has his soul inside him, he's still alive, minus a few pieces. He ran afoul of something and I had to take care of it. He had run afoul of the same thing, I don't know when, some years ago, and he wound up minus this finger, just the first knuckle, and his little finger. They had to come off. This time he ran afoul of the same thing, same type of thing, and these are now somewhere else. So all he has is just this finger minus this tip and a thumb. That's it. It's common. It's common. This isn't the first time that I've had to do something like this. This is a railroad construction site, and in railroads, they're dangerous. They are quite dangerous. We've discussed this before, just how dangerous they are. As a matter of fact, in 1890, some years in our future, closer to you than to me, the Interstate Commerce Commission would file a report stating that the most common accident on railroads, the most common, was what I'm about to describe to you, and it represented a full third of all accidents. 1890. Now, what did he run afoul of? Well, I'll show you. My back is not going to like this. This is a link, an iron link. And this is a pin. This is what we use to couple the cars together in making up a train. It's called link and pin coupling. This link, I weighed it, is 11 pounds. This, I weighed it, is close to 7. And they're quite heavy, unwieldy, cumbersome. And dangerous. Here's what happened to this poor unfortunate fellow whose name I did not get. I was sort of in a hurry. He was working as a brakeman for the railroad, and his job, it's his job, part of his job as a brakeman, was to couple up a bunch of cars and make up a train. A locomotive and a tender by itself is not a train. You have to have all the cars. Be they 2 cars, 10, 20, whatever the number is, somehow or other they all have to be coupled together to make the train. That's the only way you do business around here. And his job was to couple the cars together. Maybe I should show you this. It's a good illustration, a good graphic of what of what's happening here. This is a copy of Railroad Magazine, May of 1941. It's a lot closer to your time than to mine. And here we have a brakeman trying to couple up a train. You see what he's doing there? He's leaning forward, a bit dangerous in itself under the circumstances. He's got his right hand out to signal the engineer who's in the locomotive, slower, slower, keep going, but slower, and he's trying to couple together the locomotive, in this case, to the car that you see on the other side of the graphic. And the magazine has seen some issues. It says link end pin, symbol of dangerous yesterdays, and it was dangerous in my patient's case. At some point, he's going to have to lower his hand, his right hand, and stop signaling, because he's going to have to pick up this pin and drop it in a hole in the pocket. you'll see his left hand is holding a link. The link is going to go into the pocket of the car that's being moved towards, and then he's going to drop that pin in there through a hole in the pocket, and he will have coupled up one locomotive and one car. He does that over and over and over again. Well, you'll notice his left hand is holding up a link. If he let go of the link, it would, by gravity, there's a lot of gravity here, just slip. Two hands, it would slip down. It's not going to work. He has to grab it and hold it in place. Grab it and hold it in place until that end that he has gets inside the pocket, and then drop the pin. The cars are coupled together. He then goes up and down the line doing the same thing. Well, the procedure goes like this in detail. He holds the link while one car, or in this case it's a locomotive, is moving towards a stationary car. You hope it's stationary and cannot move. And the distance between one moving and one unmoving decreases slowly, ever so slowly, but he still has to hold that pin in place so it lines up with the pocket on the other car. The distance keeps getting lessened and lessened and lessened. Keep in mind what's in between the pocket of the freight car and the link on the locomotive is his hand. He has to keep that link straight until the very last second or less, and then let go and drop the pin. If anything goes wrong, a little slip, and that's all it takes, is just a little slip. And it's easy to slip, trust me. And he winds up here where I get to practice my skills. You can tell, actually, let me get back to this. You can tell he's new at this job because if you see, he has all his fingers. He's new at the job, and I hope he can get enough experience to keep all those fingers. It was considered to be a mark of experience on the railroad, if you're a brakeman, sometimes a switchman, to have one or more fingers missing, or an entire wrist. Can happen, does happen, did happen. If he slips and falls in between the cars, that could be it for him. Oh, now, I did not get his name, unfortunately. Like I said, I was a little busy at the time. He managed to mash himself up rather well, and it's his right hand that got mashed in this case. He was holding the link with his right hand. I didn't ask him if he was right-handed. I hope he isn't. For those who minus a finger or two, or even or a whole hand, the railroad doesn't have a great deal of use for such people. He may very well just be sent away or given some sort of job that only requires the use of one and a partial hand somewhere inside the office. Something. I hope it all works out well for him. I hope that infection doesn't set in. It's getting cooler now, and he loses, because that happens. That happens. Sometimes the remains of the hand, the stump or whatnot, they do get infected, and the patient expires. That is an unfortunate happenstance, but it does happen. Yeah. And now I have to take that link and that pin back to where I borrowed it from. It's handy when they're doing this, when they're coupling up some cars, to have a pin or two with them. Not every car has a pin of its own. It's supposed to, but oftentimes it doesn't. Same applies for links. But at 11 and not quite 7 pounds, That's a bit much to be carrying with you and do your job at the same time of coupling up the cars. My hat goes off to them, those who have to do this. Extremely dangerous, but if you want railroads, if you want trains, if you want goods, freight, people moved, this is what has to happen. Someday we'll figure out a better system. Today is not that day. Now, I better get this back before it's missed. Can't make these things lighter, can they? Probably not. Well, thank you very much for coming. I hope you're all doing well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Good to see you. This is all about medicine in the pre-Lister period. Lister is a fellow, you've heard of Listerine, I'm sure, and he is the person Listerine was named for. In the pre-Lister period, it's pretty common to wash your hands, as I did, after you're done, and not before. Because before you start work, why would you wash your hands? You're not dirty. You haven't done anything. Afterwards, you could be a bloody mess, no pun intended. That's when you wash up not only yourself, but the tools. Tools of the trade. Well, that's it for now. After today's little escapade, I'm a bit bushed. I'm going to take these and put them back where I got them, and hopefully I won't be seen. I'm not supposed to be doing things like this. Until such time as our tracks cross again, I have the honor to remain your most respectful and obedient servant, Dr. Toombs, coming to you at this here railroad hospital from a long time ago. Be careful. Ow. Don't drop it. Oh, I dropped it. Oh.